On this video, I am going to teach you 3 of the most important defense techniques that are used in all of the fighting, whether it's the boxing, Muay Thai or mixed martial arts. The first one is the blocking, where we use our hands to protect ourselves. The second one is the upper body movement, or what we call the head movement. And the third one is the footwork, which is probably the most important of them all. That's why I have divided this video into 3 parts. After watching this video, you will be able to defend yourself pretty easily and you will know all the techniques to easily dodge the punches. Make sure you stick till the end to not miss any important part of the video. Let's get started. The first type of defense that I am going to teach you is called the blocking. In this type of defense, we use our hands to protect ourselves from the punches and the strikes. It's the most basic type of defense. Now let me tell you some of the common mistakes that most of the fighters make while blocking punches. The first common mistake is the hand placement. Most of the fighters place their hands just like this in front of their face. Now let me tell you the cons of this one. The first one is your VN can easily be blocked, and the second con is you are open on the sides. When you are here and your opponent throws a jab, he can easily blind you and you will be unable to see the other punches coming. Now let me tell you the right method to block the punches. Place your hands here on the sides. Now what you have done, the sides of your heads are protected and your vision is great. You can easily see the punches coming. And when the straight punch comes, you can easily parry it by turning your hand just like this. So that's it, it's really easy. Place your hands on the sides to protect the sides of your head. And to protect yourself from the straight punches, you can just parry them. Your elbows should be resting on your ribs just like this to protect the body shots. And when the uppercut comes, you can easily defend it by turning your hand. Now another common mistake is when you parry punches, your hand comes out too far, leaving you exposed. Your opponent can trick you using feints and catch you on top. So the right method is just turn your hand to block the punch and then return it back here. Another type of block is called the outward block. In this type of block, we are reaching for the shots. Again, when you perform the outward block, it leaves you wide open for shots. But it can work for you if you know how to do it correctly. The second type of defense that I am going to teach you is called the upper body movement. In this type of defense, we just rely on our head movement to dodge the punches. I am going to teach you 3 types of defensive moves. The first type of defensive move is called slip. To slip a punch, drop your shoulder towards the opposite knee, just like this. We can slip towards our right and we can slip towards our left. This type of defensive move is helpful against straight punches like jabs and crosses. The second type of defensive move is called rolling. It's a U-shaped movement, down, round and up, down, round and up. Remember, to roll a punch, don't just move your head. You have to bend your knees just like this and make sure to keep your eyes at your opponent. This type of defensive move is helpful against the hooks. The third type of defensive move is called leaning back or pulling back. It's a great defensive move and it works against straight punches as well as hooks. Just lean back like this and you will get out of danger. Now we can use these defensive moves depending on which punch is being thrown. We can't slip a punch if our opponent throws that hook, because then we are going to get caught. So that constant variety of head movement like slipping, rolling, leaning back, slipping inside helps us to dodge punches. The third type of defense is the footwork, and it's the most important of them all. Footwork is the best type of defense. And the reason it's the best defense because by using footwork we can get out of range and now your opponent has to cover some distance to be able to hit you. We all know that Muhammad Ali and Andre Ward are one of the best defensive fighters. They just use their footwork for the defense. Footwork is the first line of defense. Let me show you how we can use footwork for the defense. For instance, if my opponent throws that 1-2, yes, I can slip, I can roll. But if I just take a step back, I can get out of danger and now he has to cover some distance to hit me. Or if you are fighting an aggressive fighter who is pressurizing you by moving forward and you are on your back foot, you can pivot to circle your opponent. The con of using footwork is it requires a lot of energy, but guess what? in my opinion, it's the most effective defense. What you can do in the first rounds when you are fresh and you got a lot of energy, you can use your footwork for the defense. And in the last rounds when you are tired, you can rely on that head movement and blocking punches as they use less amount of energy. Practice these three type of defenses to avoid and dodge the punches, and if you know when to use which type of defense, you are never going to get hit again. Guys, that was all for today. Hope you guys enjoy my video. You can also subscribe my YouTube channel if you want to learn boxing and mixed martial arts at home in detail. See you soon in the coming video.